Hello, in this video we're going to be doing unit conversions. The first example we're going to go with is hours in minutes. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So if 1 hour is 60 minutes, 2 hours, and I'm going to abbreviate it this time, 2 hours equals how many minutes? To figure that out, we're starting with hours and we're converting it or changing it to minutes. So we're going to come up here to our 2 units of measure, and here's our starting point, here's our ending point. And if you notice, the number gets bigger. We go from 1 to 60. Since it gets bigger, we're going to multiply. So we're going to take the number of hours times 60 to get our number of minutes. So 2 times 60 is 120. So 2 hours is the same as 120 minutes. Let's say that was reversed. Let's say this time we're starting with minutes, and let's say we know that we have 180 minutes, and we need to know how many hours that is. Since that's the opposite, or since we're starting with minutes, our starting point is minutes, and we're changing that or converting it to hours, 60 and 1, the number gets smaller. So for this, since it gets smaller, we're going to divide, and we're going to divide by 60 again. So 180 divided by 60 is 3. 180 minutes is the same as 3 hours. Okay, our next example is going to be 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Let's say we're going to start with 3 yards. And we need to know how many feet that is. Our starting point is yards. We're starting with yards and we're going to feet. The number gets bigger, so we have to multiply, and we're going to multiply by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 yards is the same as 9 feet. And then, just like the last time, let's go backwards. So let's say 15 feet equals how many yards? 15 feet is how many yards? Again, just like above, just like previously, we're starting with feet and converting it or changing it to yards. The number gets smaller, and in this case we're going to divide, and we're going to divide by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Oops, wrong color. That's okay. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. That's how we're doing conversions. So when we're doing conversions, find your starting point, see if the number gets bigger or smaller. If the number gets bigger, like in the case from 1 to 3, we multiply, and we multiply by the bigger number. If the number gets smaller, we're going to divide, and we also divide by the bigger number. We always multiply or divide by the bigger number. For the practice portion of your home link, we're going to be doing some multiplication. They want you to start with an estimate and then find the actual answer. So let's start with an estimate, and 426, to estimate, we're going to think about rounding this to the greatest place. So we're going to round it to the hundreds place, and 426 rounds to 400. We leave the 7 alone. Just leave that 7 by itself. So when I'm thinking about problems like this, since 400 has 2 zeros, I can automatically put down my 2 zeros. 4 times 7 is 28. So my estimate for this problem is 428. My actual answer, so again, we always start on the top, and we always work from, for traditional, we work from right to left. 6 times 7 is 42. Carry the 4. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 is 18. Now we take our 4 and multiply that times 7. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. So our actual answer is 2,982. As you can see, it's pretty close to our estimate. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it was a good review for you, and we'll see you in the next video.